Shabbat Shalom. Parshat Emor, like much of Leviticus, is mostly filled with laws, one after the other. Notably, it contains the first major treatment of the Jewish calendar, laying out all the festivals in order. Time plays an important part in Judaism. The first thing God declared holy was a day, Shabbat, at the conclusion of creation. The description of the holidays in the Torah portion is interrupted by the injunction to take care of the poor. Leviticus chapter 23, verse 22 reads, "And when you reap the harvest of your land, you shall not reap all the way to the edges of your field or gather the gleanings of your harvest. You shall leave them for the poor and stranger. I, the Lord, am your God." The injunction to help the poor is flanked on one side by the mention of the spring holidays of Passover, counting the Omer, and Shavuot, and on the other by the autumn festivals of Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, and Sukkot. Why interrupt the holidays with this message? We are spiritual beings, but we're also physical beings. We cannot be spiritual, close to God all the time. God has given us a material world in which to engage. Tzedakah is the key. It also reminds us that we shouldn't be perfect. The verse demands that we do not reap all the way to the corners of the field. An intentionally incomplete harvest is a kind of required imperfection. It reminds us that society is not always perfect, that there will always be needy people. We are required to care for others rather than only caring for ourselves. I've always loved the fact that there is no blessing to be said before giving tzedakah. Certainly it's an important mitzvah, but unlike other mitzvot that require us to say a formula or engage mind and spirit before we do them, there's no requirement for giving. Think about it. If we pause to make a blessing before giving tzedakah, we might think about how superior we are to the recipient, how righteous we are to be doing a good deed, how clever we are to remember the proper blessing. But there's no blessing at all. Better that we just do it. So remember that in the middle of all of the holidays, it's pretty important to just give. Just do it. Shabbat Shalom.